now about to witness the awesome crushing fight of the U.S. Robinson Show. Welcome, my friend. Bob Farley, Bob Riley. Sing us in as he has every week. 2007. This is version 3 of 0. There we go. Jesus, I'm still Stomper. Yeah. My name is Eugene S. I'm your host. Now, lots to talk about today. The fight. Yes. That's no good for you, kids. That's no good for you. As well as death, and more death. All on V.307. I'm so dumb. The first one, Bob Riley, CSN, as he has been since 2007. Intro All or Nothing. Mr. Water CD. Yeah, all of the just. I have one around here somewhere. Still available from Revelation Records in Huntington Beach, California. Get your car with a hammer. Then you get to a nightclub, and your mayor pro tem, ridden out of town on a rail to open up a Substack restaurant in Central California, who was so close to declaring himself totally broke. That's what happened to Huntington Beach. Listen well.
I'm on my way back to nowhere. I took my time with a good night.
But I'm taking a real good look at you. I'm taking a real good look at your face.
I'm on my way back to there, boy.
So Peter's payback is for always nothing. All right, my friends. This has been a hell of a week, and I, for one, am glad to get beyond it. I'm glad to be alive and to have gotten beyond it. People are texting me right at the beginning of the show. That's all right. So anyway, let's do. Oh, look, a little picture of Popeye. Pet friends over the years. Given my record with pet friends, that could be an ominous screen share, so I will not share it with you. But, I haven't really figured out this iPhone yet, as you can imagine. So weird stuff pops up all the time. In fact, I was at an event, a gala, black tie event last night, and turned the heat off. And one of the guys from Jiu-Jitsu, his 13-year-old daughter babysat for us. And he, there you go. And he said very kindly, cleverly, and showing that he's got a good deal of visual acuity, said, "My God, you look like a vampire." So that's where I went last night. But during the course of the evening, somebody asked to see a picture of something on my phone, and I wasn't prepared, I wasn't prepared. And what I mean by prepared is if you know you're going out in public and you know also that you're about to say something that people say, "Oh, show me," that you gotta have edited your photos, right? So, I got a picture of the band here, picture of some guys at jiu-jitsu, and then there you go, a picture of the wife's ass. I mean, and it wasn't that I gave a shit whether they saw the wife's ass or not. That's not the issue. The issue is that if people expect that you will edit your photos before you say, "Hey, take a look at this photo," right? Oh, yeah. So, Jimmy Ears knows where to go. So if you say, like, "Hey, show me something," and you show somebody something, and it ends up being a photo of your wife's ass, they start looking at you like, "Oh, I get what you're going with this. It's an invitation." And it was like, absolutely not an invitation. I was just overcome with enthusiasm for showing pictures of this thing that I'm building in Spain. So I had to quickly get to it. And then, of course, you can see I still haven't edited the photos. And by virtue of the fact that I've shown it to you means maybe that you think I'm all inviting you into some kind of outre sexual scene, but that's not what's happening. not what's happening. But anyway, this is all. Last time I got picked up for to serve as a in a cuck scenario. I was at a bar minding my own business. Man, this is like 5 minutes into the show. I'm into this, and 5 minutes. I'm sitting there taking a drink, and a couple sees me from across the bar, and they're like, "Hey, come over." Hey, I know you come over here. I don't want to get up and walk. Maybe I can't walk. And they invite me up. Yeah, you don't know. You don't know where you're going. You don't know how. But there's a subtle thing, and if you're not tuned to it, and I have to honest to God say, the person who got me tuned to it was none other than Mr. Marcus, the luckiest black man in America. And he said, you got to really listen to what people say. And from that moment on, I started to really listen to what people say. And it's disconcerting in the extreme. It's really, it's like Jake LaMotta said in Raging Bull, you yourself don't know what you yourself just said. I had some woman make the claim publicly. She said, I never wanted to be that way with Eugene. And I said, Exhibit A, let's look at the facts. You invited me over to the house where you were house sitting. You put logs on the fire. You said, excuse me for a second. You went upstairs, changed into no clothes at all, came back and said, oh, it's cold, and curled under a blanket with me. Now, I'm kind of on the spectrum about this kind of stuff. I was like, oh, I guess this is just kind of what friends do. I wasn't getting it. So I was just like, it's kind of cold, but you put some more logs in the fire, you'll be okay. I got to go. No, you don't listen to what people say. They say, like, this is what I'm saying. So I got up and I fucking left. What I say? She's clearly getting ready for bed. Fucking 19. So fucking, and this is coming through Coke, Studio 54 and all of that weird shit. I just, I'm a simple man. You guys just lay shit out for me. Then she later went on the height of indignity to tell people I never want to be that way with Eugene. Really? Whose face are you trying to save at that point? So in any case, just to cut to the punchline of that story, yeah, I ultimately did end up putting it in the hole, but it happened later when I was wised up. Stupid SOB. Anyway, so let's go back a little bit. Yeah, that's right. RP's got it right. How do I know it's not what she does every day? That just could be, the way she rolls. Yeah, you got me. So go back in the week, and if you remember the Substack from last week, it was about Steve Shaughnessy. I have no funerals before time, and I don't like to share the misery on Instagram. Your mother, father, sister, dog, cat died. It means nothing to me. It means nothing to me. What means something to me is people who I know. So, but I'm not going to force it on you. Why should I do that? So I go by and see Steve, and I can tell you, cut the Reader's Digest version of last week's show. Stick my head in. I don't go to the front desk. Stick my head in the door. You can see. They say, "Hey, you recognize me?" He's like, "No." I pull up the face mask. He goes, "Fuck, Eugene, how'd you know I was here?" So I say, "I'm gonna come back and see you again." He's like, "All right." And they say the guy who's put me in touch with him initially. Excuse me, he says, they're moving him downstairs. I go, okay, I gotta go. No. They're moving him to hospice now. Hospice nursing home now. Because, his landlady said, healthcare in America, Section 8 housing in America, ADA shit, whatever. You can't get up the stairs to your apartment when you come back. You can't stay here. You gotta go. Can you give me a first floor apartment? So that's the point, I think, where he started eating and said, I gotta get out of here. But, however, he, his mind was crystal fucking clear. And ultimately, I don't feel bad about it because I feel largely like all of us, those within the sound of my voice right now, we're on a plane that's destined to fucking crash. We're on a rock flying through outer space. Who would you rather be, us or him? Now, collectively, we're enjoying spending this time with each other. We would rather be us. I'm not saying I want to be dead now, but I tell you, I tell you, honest to God, you know, where he is, wherever that is, doesn't seem like such a bad place compared to this flaming ball of fire that and the earth is not a flame, but you know what I mean. Anyway, so I plan to go over there Friday before they move him to the hospice. And then I do jujitsu, I check my messages. At 10:04, I get out of the shower. I'm about to go down to the hospital. Say, don't bother coming, bro. He's dead. Steve is dead. Steve Shaughnessy is dead. And I was like, fuck, that's a fucking drag. Steve is dead. So apparently he's got a long lost stepsister somewhere that's handling things. And, who knows? I'm not a really big funeral guy. Last time I went to a funeral was Scott Vollmer, guitar player for Condemned to Death, who got stabbed in the chest by a friend of the guy who's been cutting my hair. I find out I had no idea. And I started lashing into the guy. He goes, whoa. You got that story wrong. What my understanding was, my friend Scott Vollmer got into Santa Cruz, found some ska guys, came back to San Jose parties. Ska guy was a black guy. Michael Elrod, the one who stabbed Scott Vollmer in the chest, started a fight with the black guy, presumably under racial pretense. Scott Vollmer, defender of civil rights defender, steps in between them, gets knifed in the chest. That's the story. That was in the So, look what you made me do! No time, blood.